Get some music. Shotgun shots.
All right, Rex. What's so important that you brought us all the way back here?
Hello, Master.
She looks so good.
It's been a while.
Hell yeah, that's my girl! You guys, I'm Hey, dude! How do you feel about Clone Wars coming back?
I mean, I'm pretty excited about it.
Hey!
Howdy-ho!
How do you feel about Clone Wars coming back?
Oh, that's cool. You kids grew up on that.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hey!
Hey.
So,
What's up?
guess what?
What?
Star Wars The Clone Wars is coming back. They are finishing the show.
Wow, that's big news for you and
I
Tara. How much Jeff loved it.
I'm so excited. I'm especially excited because, like, Ahsoka's in it. It's my girl.
Yeah, that's your girl.
And I think it's going to be really good because I think the writing is going to be good and the director is the same one who did the Clone Wars. So
Cool. Writers are the vital key.
hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars The Clone Wars and the fact that it's returning because I'm losing my mind just a little bit because I never thought that this day would come. So obviously everybody is really excited for this show to be returning, myself included. But more specifically, I'm excited to see where they take the plot because the writing had pretty much always been really, really good for the original show. You can disagree with me if you want. I thought that the storylines were pretty consistent and I liked watching the characters grow. Like when they went from little babies to these outfits, I said, damn, okay. And I was ready for it. My little self, I dressed up as Ahsoka quite a few times. I am sure I'm gonna come off as a huge Ahsoka fangirl, but I don't care because she's my absolute favorite. She's a kick-butt woman. And you best believe that, where is it? You best believe I read her book. Okay, so spoiler alert, I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna talk theories. Dave Filoni has always done a really good job, so I'm really excited to see what he did. I am well aware of how the show was supposed to end before it got canceled and they did the secret missions with Yoda. It was supposed to run right into Revenge of the Sith, which I thought would be really interesting, and especially with Ahsoka being involved, because what are they going to do with these characters that aren't in the other movies? If you've watched Star Wars, you know that Darth Maul, was magically resurrected and was back, and I first was like, really? But then I was like, oh, well, sure, because he's a really cool character, and I mean, it kind of made sense, especially with the magic and the witches and stuff. If this show is planning to play out anything like what they had planned, I think it's going to go along the lines of this. What we saw going towards the end of Clone Wars was that Darth Maul had taken over Mandalore and was running the game over there, and he eventually confronted Darth Sidious and lost, and ended up losing him his brother, which we were able to see in the Clone Wars series. It was devastating, and We didn't get to finish it because the series didn't end, so it got continued in a comic called Sons of Dathomir, which I didn't personally read, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I know that it was continued in that storyline. And I think that Darth Maul is going to play a huge role in the this continued Clone Wars Saved, because after the episodes that we had seen, Darth Maul became somewhat of an obsession of Ahsoka. He was becoming a huge threat, but after he lost his brother and did all this stuff on Mandalore, he still had the backing of the Death Watch. I can't talk. He wanted to just like chill and not confront anybody, but Obi-Wan convinced the council that he was still a major threat and they needed to go and get rid of him, and that's why they reached out to Ahsoka, because they knew that she had been hunting him, and so it would be helpful to get her on board one last time to fight with them. Which confuses me, because Obi-Wan was the one who was supposed to reach out to her because it was his idea, but in the trailer it looks like she contacted them, or Rex contacted her, which, okay. Things can change. I would love for them to do what they were supposed to do originally, or what they thought they were going to do. Because basically what happens is they contact her, and then they were both going to go fight Maul. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka were all going to go capture him with a bunch of clone troopers, including Captain Rex. And what happens is that Palpatine got captured, and so Anakin and Obi-Wan had to go save him on Coruscant, which is what happens at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith. So now they've overlapped. We're into Revenge of the Sith. So Ahsoka decides to go by herself anyway to face Maul, which, hell yes, girl, go get it. Because, you know, she's a boss with her white lightsabers. Don't even get me started. She doesn't have them at this point. That happens happens in her book. But so they go and they fight, and she confronts Maul by herself, and he says something along the lines, I remember reading about this, he goes, "It was nice of your masters to send you by yourself. You're not even a real Jedi." And she goes, "Well, then it'll be a fair fight because you're half of the Sith." Something along those lines. I butchered it, but hey, it was funny. She ended up beating him, and they had him trapped in a ray shield because she had a bunch of clones with her, and so they were able to do it, but they had him corralled and they fought, and she won. Meanwhile, Anakin turned to the dark side while this is happening, and Order 66 took place, so all the clone troopers turned except Rex, which caused problems because the clones were like, dude, what the heck? Why aren't you turning? It was because Rex had removed his chip because of what happened with Fives, which was really sad. And so he was unaffected, and they had to flee. She could choose to save Rex or kill Maul, so naturally she saved Captain Rex, because their friendship is like one of my favorite things. Things overlapped, and that's kind of the general consensus of what happened. So I don't know what they're gonna do with this new series. I think that something along the lines of what I've just said would be awesome. It has a lot of closure for a lot of characters, and it runs right into finding out what happens. I love Ahsoka, and I could do a whole video just about her because she is so kick butt. She's my all-time favorite Star Wars character. She's arguably almost maybe more powerful than Obi-Wan at this point. Not timeline-wise, like in the Clone Wars time, but like the way that they've developed her with comics, books, and shows, especially with her now being Fulcrum and having white lightsabers. Can we talk about the white lightsabers? You have to heal Kyber crystals in order to do that. Not everybody can just heal Kyber crystals because, you know, when a Sith uses them, they turn red and they bleed, and that's... Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're continuing to grow. We're a YouTube family. I really appreciate you guys. Ooh. Comment below what you think's gonna happen. If you disagree with me, let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. Cause you know what? We can agree to disagree and we can talk it out. It'll be fun. It's been real, y'all. Thanks. Star Wars fans can be the worst. They're so aggressive. Whatever.